In a small village nestled in the heart of Africa, precisely Ghana, there lived a young girl named Sika in a village called Adombra. She was a bright and curious child with a smile that could light up the darkest of rooms. Tragedy struck when Aku's mother passed away, leaving her in the care of her father and stepmother, Auntie Ya. Auntie Ya, consumed by jealousy and resentment, treated Aku with cruelty and contempt. She would assign Aku impossible tasks, only to berate and beat her when they weren't completed to her satisfaction. Aku's father, though well-intentioned, was often away on business, leaving Aku at the mercy of her stepmother's wrath. One fateful day while working in the fields, Aku's stepmother, in a fit of rage, struck her with a machete, severing her arm. The villagers rushed to her aid, but the damage was done. Aku's arm was amputated, leaving her with a lifetime scars that constantly remind her of her stepmother's cruelty. From that day on, Aku wore a cloth wrapped around her amputated arm, hiding the physical and emotional scars. Despite her disability, she continued to work hard, using her wit and resourcefulness to adapt to her new circumstances. She loves weaving. Weaving had been her dream since she was a child. She spent most of her leisure time with her late mother, weaving kente. Despite her disability, she still pursued her weaving dream. As she grew older, Aku's beauty and kindness shone brighter than ever. Her weaving skills became renowned throughout the village, and her fabrics were sought after by all. But her stepmother's cruelty never abated, and Aku's father remained oblivious to her suffering. One day, a royal messenger arrived in the village, proclaiming that the king sought a new wife. He commanded all maidens to gather at the palace, that he might choose the most worthy among them. Aku's stepmother, knowing how beautiful Aku is, hated the idea that Aku will join the gathering. She resorted to ways to stop Sika from attending the gathering. Aku, though hesitant, was convinced by her friends to attend. They helped her prepare, adorning her with beautiful cloth and beads. As she made her way to the palace, her amputated arm hidden beneath her wrapper, she felt a mix of excitement and trepidation. At the palace, the king was taken aback by Aku's beauty and grace. Despite her disability, she carried herself with confidence and poise. As he approached her, he noticed the intricately woven cloth wrapped around her arm and asked about its significance. Aku, with fear, kept mute. She left the palace quickly without uttering a word. Her stepmother, Auntie Ya, witnessing what was happening, shouted among the crowd, "She is not having a hand and therefore not worthy to marry the king." Meanwhile, Sika ran to her mother's grave and cried, "Mama, when will my suffering end? Can I join you in the ancestry world? Perhaps I shall find peace." "I am tired, Mama," she continued to cry. A few moments later, her mother's ghost appeared to her in the form of a voice and said, "My daughter, I can see what you are going through, but don't worry, very soon it will be over. I will change your hand to golden hand, but do not let your stepmother see it. Continue hiding it in the cloth until the day the king will marry you." After the voice, Aku's hand became golden. She quickly wiped her tears and returned home. Aku's suffering worsened after the king chose her to be his wife. Her stepmother, Auntie Ya, decided to make the house a living hell for her. Auntie Ya promised herself to prove to the king that Sika is indeed amputated and therefore not worthy to marry into the royal family. "Over my dead body will I allow her to marry the king. I will make sure the whole village finds out who she truly is," she said to herself.